Okay, so there is an identity shift that has to happen in order to make you wealthy. Now, I say this coming from the place as someone who has been very, very, very intentional about becoming the wealthy woman, about becoming the wealthy friend, about becoming the wealthy person in like my OG friend groups. Like, I have been so focused on becoming wealthy for the last 3 to 4 years. Like, that is truly been one of the main focuses. And the thing that people don't realize is when you have a desire on your heart, yes, it's great to have the desire, but then you actually have to step into that identity. You actually have to become that identity, become the wealthy woman. And I say this because I feel like there's always been this inkling inside me that has known I'm meant to be wealthy. So, for example, when I was younger, literally in college, had just finished my senior year, my friend and I, we were supposed to travel around the US, but I had this strong desire to go to Europe. I was like, I want to go to Europe. I think it's time for us to, me and my best friend, to take a trip together. And for a while, she didn't think she was going to be able to come. And I was like, let me just pay for your flight. Honestly, like, I interned every summer. I made money every summer, anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000. Just because I was an engineer doing engineering internships, so I got paid pretty well, and I also worked throughout the year. And so I was like, I can pay for your flight. It's okay. And I always in my soul, that had been a deep desire of mine. It was to be able to provide for people. So even when I didn't have a ton of money, I still, if I had any extra and I wanted to experience something incredible and I could do it with a friend of mine, if I could swing it, I would pay for them, right? Because I think a lot of the time when people think of wealthy, right, you just think about money and how much money is in your bank account. But for me, the identity of the wealthy person, the identity of the wealthy woman is being able to provide for the people that I love, for my friends, for my family. And for me, like, a big value that I have is part of why I do all of this is because I want all the people in my life who I absolutely love to have these incredible experiences traveling all around the world, soaking up cultures, doing all the things that I love to do. And I know that they'll appreciate too. And so, what are we? We're in November right now. So last month, I paid for my friend in Hawaii. I paid for our whole accommodation. So we were staying in a hotel that was $1,500 a night, which sounds like wild. It might sound wild for a couple of people, but I love staying in bougie places. Bougie hotels are my thing. Bougie Airbnbs are my thing. I freaking love it. You know, people will say, oh, it doesn't matter where you stay, yada, yada. You know, it does. At least for me, it does. I just love the bougie hotel experience. And so I could have been like, oh, okay, well, I guess we'll just stay somewhere cheap and we can split it. Or honestly, I know I want to stay here. I think you're going to really appreciate staying here. I'll just cover it. It's totally okay. And honestly, like, so with me and my best friend, we since forever, we just don't go for tit for tat. Like, I'm never requesting her to Venmo me. She's never requesting me to Venmo her. We'll cover things for each other just because. I remember there was a trip that the Europe trip that we went to. We just didn't count our money until the very end. We're like, it's okay. We'll just cover whatever we cover at the end. We'll count and we'll see how much we owe each other. At the end of the trip, I believe it was either she owed me or I owed her 83 cents total. 83 cents total. And this is where, you know, like, you have just like a good soul person by your side. But that really showed me is like, especially with her, with a lot of my other friends too, like, there is no need to go tit for tat. Like, the universe always rearranges and corrects itself and like makes things equalize, right? Like, I genuinely believe that, and I believe that with the people that I surround myself with. But another thing is I just love to treat my people. I love to treat my people so much. And so it was just a no-brainer. And I knew that the wealthy woman, right, the wealthy woman that I am, the wealthy woman that I'm constantly becoming, this next level version, this next level identity of myself, she would cover it no problem, right? If she had the means to, she would cover it no problem. And so I didn't even think about it. I was like, no, don't worry, just come. You know, and that's also me consistently stepping into a next level identity versus acting from scarcity of being like, oh, but she can't pay me back. And like, I guess how is she going to be able to pay me back? Blah, blah, blah. Like, no, that is not a wealthy identity, right? That is not that. The wealthy woman would not do that, okay? And so I'm going to look at my notes here. What did I have written down? Because I was writing stuff about this earlier today. I was just like, I need to talk about this. So yeah, it's like when you up level, when you're up leveling into your next identity, you have to become that person now. You have to become the woman you know that you're meant to be. So that when that time comes, when you are the wealthiest you possibly can be, or you are that next level identity, it doesn't even faze you. It's not a thing that you even have to second guess or think about, or you're ill prepared for, because you've been becoming that person over the last week, the last month, the last many years, right? It's just the standard at this point. And this is how you up level. This is how you quantum shift into that next level identity, is you make decisions and you do things as the next level version of yourself. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But the thing is too, is you, as the wealthy woman, you get to create your own rules about generosity, your own rules about how the world gets to work, your own rules about how people pay you back, or how things rearrange, or how the world gets to work for you. And so for me in this case, I don't even worry about it, because I know that the universe always has my back, and I know that the universe is always equalizing. And so I'm never worried about people paying back like $5 here, $30 here, even $100 there, whatever, right? Like the universe always rearranges. And if I give from my heart, if I give from a place of desire, because this is something that I want, and this is something I want other people to experience, I know the universe is always rearranging for it to be perfectly good, abundant, equal, fair, whatever, you know? And so here's a big difference too when it comes to up leveling into the next level identity, is I truly hold this belief that I can never fail. I can never truly fail, okay? I only learn, I only pivot, I only take in information. I know I'm a smart human being, right? I know I'm a smart human being. And so I know that I can handle whatever is thrown at me, right? And you have to have that identity if you want to be successful, and if you want to up level into the next level version of yourself, right? You can't be afraid of pivoting. You can't be afraid of change. You can't be afraid of this next level, of this next identity, of the types of decisions that this next person is going to make, this next person that is you in the future, that can actually be you now. And you have to start acting like that future person now. What a vibe. And so even when the evidence hasn't shown up yet, even when the evidence hasn't shown up that I'll be successful, I still act as if I'm already successful now, regardless of what I'm doing. So I'll give you an example, okay? So last night, I took my very first hip hop class. And here's the thing, I've been saying that I want to start hip hop classes, hip hop dancing classes forever. Like, it has been so high on my heart. I've been telling everyone I want to be a hip hop dancer. However, I had never signed up for classes. I had never really thought about it. And then finally I went yesterday, and I freaking loved it. I loved it. And if you know anything about me, is whenever I become obsessed with something, I become obsessed. Like, if I like something and I'm like, ooh, this needs to be a part of my life, I become absolutely obsessed. So for example, when I was younger, I loved plants. This was during the COVID era, where everyone started buying plants, like house plants. So I was that crazy person who bought 65, right? Like, I bought 65 house plants and put them in my house, and I became obsessed, and I became the go-to person for if anyone had any plant concerns or they wanted to know how to treat their plant. People would give me their plants to rehabilitate for them, because I became absolutely obsessed, and I became the identity of a person who understands plants and is a plant lady, right? I became that person, and I started buying plants as if I knew exactly how to take care of them, because I became that identity. Same thing with rock climbing. When I was in grad school, I became a rock climber. I would go 3 times a week. I would go to the rock climbing gym. I'd spend 3 hours rock climbing. I would go outside and rock climb with friends whenever I could in my free time. I bought crash pads. I bought like the rope. I bought everything. I bought everything you could possibly have as a rock climber, and it became my identity. And that's honestly why I got so good in such a short period of time. Even at the age of freaking 23, 24, I was like, I am a rock climber now. This is who I am. But I had to step into that identity, right? Like, I had to commit and become that person now. It's the same thing that I'm doing with hip hop right now. Literally, I went to this class and I'm like, okay, sounds good. Now I need to buy a membership. Now I am I don't wear sweatpants. I'm not a sweatpant girly, but now as a hip hop dancer, I'm a sweatpant girly. So I've already bought new sweatpants. I am embodying the hip hop dancer. We are making this a thing. I am committed to the goal. I'm committed to the identity shift that has to happen in order to become a really good hip hop dancer. It's the same thing with real estate investing, right? In order to become a real estate investor, I had to step into that identity of someone who was going to actually buy properties, who is actually going to scale their real estate portfolio, who is actually going to reach financial freedom. But I had to step into that identity now. And this is why I never even bat an eye whenever I'm like signing up with a coach or something like that. Because if I know where I'm going, if I'm very clear on the direction in terms of where I'm going, in terms of the person who I'm becoming, in terms of the identity that I'm having to embody, it's a no-brainer. I'm going to do everything it takes to be that person. And that's what's required in order for you to shift into the wealthy woman, in order for you to shift your identity and become the wealthy woman. And so identity is truly a choice. You can change it at any point in time, regardless of what your circumstance is right now, regardless of how much time you have or how busy you are. You can always find time if you truly believe that this is supposed to be your identity and if this is supposed to be something that you need to be doing. You can always shift. I truly believe that because I know I do. We all do it, right? We all make excuses. We all say we don't have enough time. We all say that I'm not cut out for this. We all say that whatever excuse it may be, but when you truly believe and when you truly want to step into that identity, you make it happen and you embody it and you do the damn thing and you don't make excuses and you commit. You commit. Like, for example, I've been saying for a while, once again, that I want to get my abs back. Your girl is actually getting her abs back. The funny thing is, though, I signed up with a coach 4 months ago. It wasn't until 2 months ago that I actually committed. And I was like, okay, I hear you. I'm listening to you. Let's do the damn thing, right? But I had to step into that identity of the girl that had abs. I was like, would the girl that have abs not listen to her coach? Would the girl that had abs not be like extra careful with her food or like just pay more attention to her food? Would the girl that had abs, can't speak. Would the girl that had abs be drinking over like all weekend long? No, she wouldn't. And I'm not that girl. But I had to step into that identity, you see? I had to step into that person and actually make the shift. And so your life changes the moment you embody the person who naturally does the things that you're so scared to try. Hear me again. Okay. Your life changes the moment you embody the person who naturally does the things you're scared to try. Soak that in. Take it in. Listen to it. One more time. Your life changes the moment you embody the person who naturally does the things that you are scared to try. Okay, mic drop. That was so good. That just flowed out of me. But truly, if you know you want to invest in real estate, if you are ready to shift into the wealthy woman, we're running an awesome deal on Wanderlust Wealth Academy. So you can go to oliviatati.com/WWA. Go ahead and check it out. If you have any questions, DM me on Instagram. Just go to my Instagram at the Olivia Tati. That's THE Olivia Tati, I need to spell that, at THEOLIVIATATI on Instagram. If you have any questions about the program, if you are wondering if it's a good fit for you, if you are wondering which phase to take, if you should take phase 1 or phase 2, go ahead, send me a message. I will respond back there. And I honestly cannot wait to have you, truly. Like, we have had some great people join. We have people closing on properties this week, another one next week. And it's all about truly creating your wealthy next self, the wealthy woman that you are, the wealthy man that you are. We've also got guys in there. So if you're a guy listening to this too, yes, you can join. It's not a women's only program. We do have more women than men, but we also have guys in there. Okay. But go ahead, check it out. Wanderlust Wealth Academy, oliviatati.com/WWA. There is the link below in the caption, and I cannot wait to see you there. This does end on Sunday, so make sure to sign up ASAP. Okay, bye.